Why do Brazil's trucks have raised rear ends? Could this be good for stability? Could it be a role model for other countries? Or is it just Brazilian style?
Many say it's to carry more weight, but it's not. It's a style we have.
On the bustling streets of Brazil, a peculiar trend has captured the attention of onlookers. The distinctive practice of elevating a truck's rear suspension creates a unique upside-down appearance. But why are Brazilian truck owners embracing this eye-catching modification?
I feel safer in a truck like this, raised at the back, than in an original.
Beyond the aesthetic allure, raising the rear suspension serves practical purposes. Out on Brazil's diverse terrain, from bustling urban centers to challenging rural landscapes, this modification enhances the truck's adaptability. It allows vehicles to navigate uneven surfaces with greater ease. What's more, the elevated rear end serves as a cultural expression of individuality, like for Renato Deda. It symbolizes the spirit of Brazilian truck culture. Hundreds of thousands follow Renato on social media when he talks about his life as a trucker.
36 tons gross, that's the permitted weight. Then the tare weight has to be deducted. My truck weighs 13,500 kilos with full tanks.
His truck will be modified in a special garage, like this one in Tatuí, a 2-hour drive from São Paulo.
All the trucks I've ever owned have had arched rear ends. I like it. I can't get it out of my head. There are a lot of laws that forbid it, but we do it anyway. Many people even add more springs to carry weight. But not that they want it to be arched. It's true that it's better for carrying weight, but it's mostly just a style.
These lifted trucks have been seen on Brazil's roads for over 10 years. The state is trying to regulate them. For example, rear lights must not be higher than 1.2 meters. But hardly anyone obeys the rules.
Over time, drivers have simply said to themselves, if I have to replace the suspension every few years anyway, then I can just use more. That way I can load more weight, and it also lasts longer before I have to replace the springs again. And this habit has become more and more of a trend.
Customers from all over Brazil come to this garage to have their truck lifted higher. Like Ralf Beirão, who's driven a truck for 19 years.
I get the original truck, and the first thing I do is to take it to the special garage and add a few extra springs.
Ralf is also an influencer like many of his colleagues. It's a way for him to earn some extra money. The life of a trucker is interesting to a lot of people in Brazil. Millions tune in to watch Ralf's antics.
I feel total firmness in the truck. When I got this one, which was original, the first trip I made with it, I said, my God, it's going to tip over. So I immediately put the springs exactly the way I like and got to work. I feel more confident now.
According to experts, however, a raised rear isn't safer, but riskier. Not only for the driver, but also for other motorists.
If you brake suddenly, it goes forward, okay? And then the rear goes higher and higher, which creates the possibility that someone will end up under the chassis of the truck. So you have two consequences. If the car slides under the rear, it gets crushed. And when the truck stops, it also goes down and crushes the car, you see?
So what are the advantages? It's hard to pinpoint one big one. But from a purely technical point of view, the vehicle is easier to drive if the front end has a lot of weight on it.
It makes it safer for us. When entering a curve, the truck stays firmer, you know? Sometimes, in cases with tall loads, you can enter a curve and it gives more stability. It feels firmer. And today's trucks with 13 or 14 springs, which is the original setup, make the truck feel softer. Personally, I feel more firmness with the truck properly adjusted, like mine here with a bit more arch in the springs, than with the original truck. It's safer.
So, why are Brazilian truckers raising their vehicles' rear ends? Yes, there are safety reasons. It makes the truck easier to steer. But of course, it's also because it's the Brazilian style, and it just looks cool. What do you think? Leave us a comment, and don't forget to subscribe.